Here we go. Each year, a certain amount of money deposited in an account which pays an annual interest rate of R, so that at the end of each year, the balance in the account is multiplied by the growth factor of X equals 1 plus R. $500 deposited at the start of the first year, right? And then 400 deposited at the end of the start of the next year. And then 200 at the start of the following year. Now, each year that money sits in this account, it's multiplied by X. It grows by a factor of X. So, write an expression for the value of the account at the end of 3 years. How long is the $500 going to grow? So that means it's going to be multiplied by X times X, or that's 500X cubed. How long is the $400 going to grow? 2 years. So that's X times X, or 400X squared. How long is the $200 going to grow? 1 year, so that's just X. So we're going to add these together to get the expression for the value after 3 years. Now it says, what is the amount to the nearest cent in the account at the end of 3 years if the interest rate is 5%? Remember, X equals 1 plus R, so that means X equals 1 plus 0.05, and that's just 1.05. So we're going to do 500 times 1.05 cubed plus 400 times 1.05 squared plus 200 times 1.05. And when you type that in your calculator, you get $1,229.81. Is that pretty painless?
How do you find a percent? Like, what if on a test I don't know?
If you said 14%, that's 14.0, right? You move the decimal place 2 units to the left. If it says 1%, that's 1.0%, right? So you move the decimal place 2 places to the left.
So on the test, is it a single digit or is it?
I do not know the answer to your question, but what I'm telling you is that whatever number you're given, you move the decimal place. If it's 5.3%, then you move the decimal place 2 to the left and you get 0.053. That's 5.3%. Just move the decimal place 2 places to the left. That's all you do. Thank you. All right, here we go. What are the x-intercepts of the graph of y equals this? Listen, y'all, all you got to do, listen, is set these equal to 0 and solve. 5x plus 7 equals 0. 2x minus 1 equals, 2x minus 1 equals 0. And x minus 4 equals 0. Set them equals 0 and solve. Subtract 7 from both sides. Divide by 5. Now you can look on here and see. This one is not 1. This one's not 1. Let's add 1 to both sides. Divide by 2. 1/2. This one can't be 1. That's the only one. This one, when we get x equals 4, you can see it really is. Right? Set the factors equal to 0, solve, gives you x-intercepts. When they give it to you in factored form, there's nothing easier than that. Right? This polynomial function, p of x, equals x cubed minus 3x squared minus 10x plus 24, has a known factor of x minus 4. That means that this equals x minus 4 times something. We're gonna divide this by x minus 4. I'm gonna come over here, x cubed minus 3x squared minus 10x plus 24. And we're gonna divide that by x minus 4. Remember, I asked myself what times x makes x cubed? That's x squared. Now multiply times everything outside. I get x cubed minus 4x squared. And then subtract. The x cubes cancel. I got negative 3x squared minus negative 4x squared. That makes negative 3x squared plus 4x squared makes 1x squared. Bring down the next terms. And ask yourself, what times x makes x squared? Sorry I'm rushing through this, but it's for the video so we can get through this stuff, all right? Y'all can go back, slow it down, and stop it. X times x makes x squared, so that goes up here. Now multiply the x times everything out here. You get x squared minus 4x, and subtract. This one cancels. Negative 10x minus negative 4x. That makes negative 10x plus 4x. That makes 6x, negative 6x, plus 24. Is that right?
Where'd the 4x go?
Yeah, it's negative 6, and then be negative 6 times x, which is negative 6x, and then negative 6 times negative 4, which is,
Okay.
which is 24. Oh, that's 24.
Negative 6x plus 24. That's right. Okay. Remainder 0. Right? So that tells me that this up here is x squared plus x minus 6. Now I've got to factor that term. Sorry. My x minus 4 is a linear factor already. Listen, y'all know how to factor this. X squared plus x minus 6. You're looking for two numbers that multiply to make negative 6 and add to make 1. Two numbers that multiply to make negative 6 and add to make 1. What two numbers multiply to make negative 6 and add to make 1?
Negative 2 and 3.
Negative 2 and 3. Those two numbers multiply to make negative 6, add to make 1. That means this becomes x minus 2 times x plus 3. So this, written as a product of linear factors, p of x equals x minus 4. That's the one they gave us. And then when we divided, we found this and factored it to x minus 2 times x plus 3. That's done. That's the end of an 8-minute video, so I'm going to stop this